Hello, hello, and welcome back to Space Engineers. I always start inside that cryo chamber, and I always forget that it's just super duper loud in there. And then when I come out, I further realize that it's very dark in here. So hold on a second. Yep. Okay. So, I started out paused because I wanted to talk about the, oh, excuse me, the teaser we got today. I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to try and make this full screen. There we go. I don't know. There we go. Didn't know what my screen capture was going to do with that. But Warfare Evolution coming soon with a decorative DLC 3 pack, which is pretty exciting. This is not the highest quality video because this is from X. But this was the easiest one to bring up on the screen. So it looks like there is a new kind of a gigantic decorative fan block. This doesn't look like it's like made of panels or anything, although I guess it could be. It looks more like it's its own thing, but who knows. These two things here are definitely new. So these are just reskins of the various button stands. Those are definitely new. These might be new containers. I think we saw these in Captain Jack's teaser as well. This thing here is just like that's an interior light, recessed light block, and this is just some beam blocks probably sitting on top of a rotor. I was talking to some people on Reddit, and we were trying to figure out like what's going on, what's the deal with this. This is likely, that's a merge block. This is likely one of the interior column blocks on top of a piston, and presumably the projector is underneath. I thought it was interesting that this grid just like literally appears without any build states and without any holograms or anything. Someone told me that this is how it works if you're doing this in creative. Like if you turn on some welders in creative, the things just appear, and that makes sense. It never even occurred to me to try welding up a blueprint in creative since I could just paste it in, but I assume people are doing like pseudo creative survival stuff, or testing just how blueprints, how a blueprint would function, if you're building. Anyway, there's legitimate reasons. It just hadn't occurred to me to do it. So it could be that, or it could be some sort of a projector revamp going on. Now, one thing I will note, I don't know what this block back here is. It doesn't look like any of the window blocks we have. I'm not sure what this is. So that's interesting. 1 second, I'm going to turn my fan down because I'm getting a little chilly somehow. But yeah, there's a couple of interesting things in here. I think one of the things is probably just a new skin, which we'll get to. But if we look here, this is a new suspension block here. This is a very, very short suspension that is able to be, if you give it a couple more frames, then a second one pops in, and these things are right up against each other and overlapping, which means they're able to put these wheels back to back, and they don't stick out very far. I'm pretty sure these are the 2x2 wheels. So that's a new shape of suspension. That's just not a reskin. That's a new shape. That's pretty cool. In addition, I can't tell on some of these other things. This is a neon tube, I believe. So that's fine. These are those wasteland spotlights. I don't remember if there's a skin that looks like this. I want to say there is, that has the rivets in the corners on the plates. I don't think there's anything new going on there. But then they show this, and there's a couple of interesting things here. One is, I don't know what this is. It is possible that this is a new skin. Like this could just be that like full block with the half corner cut out. Yeah, that's entirely possible. And then two of those, and this is just some sort of new skin. Or this could be some sort of new block entirely. Like someone suggested that this was a new kind of seat. Actually, I should just test that because this looks like that newer seat. I wonder, I never looked at the back of it. Maybe this is just the back of that seat. I should just test that real quick when we get back into the game. But I think what they're trying to show off here is that the wheel hitboxes are much closer to the actual shape of the wheel. You'll remember when I originally came to Helghan here, one of my wheels kept colliding with the one next to it whenever it turned. Even though physically they were nowhere near each other, the hitboxes were still colliding. I think what they've done with this is they've adjusted the wheel hitbox. I think that's what they're trying to show by having this be so close to the wheel well. So that's the entire teaser. So we'll just have to wait and see what comes next. The new update is called Warfare Evolution. I'm hoping that this is some sort of like we're adding the NPCs in, because Captain Jack here did have a different teaser where him and one of his guys that he does his machinimas with, we're talking about getting a rocket launcher and going to fight. So I'm hoping that this is like they're actually giving us actual targets, whether it's engineer level things or it is ships, grids and stuff. Who knows? Why is SPD emergency trending? This is what happens. I don't want to go back to Twitter. I left Twitter and I don't want to go back. But every time I look, it's like, oh, Trump's... Anyway, and then the DLC will just be a decorative pack. So I'm hoping that, all these changes, I'm sure, like wheel changes and stuff like that, that's all going to be just added to the base game. And then the DLC should be like those new button panels and possibly some new blocks and stuff. So, all right, back to the game. Let me just, for my own sanity here, look at that bench and see. What does that look like on the back? Yeah, I think so. I can't really... Yeah, okay, so that was just the back of the bench. Yeah, I never looked at what the back of the bench looked like. So yeah, that's what we were looking at there. So that's not a new block, that's just a bench. Okay, cool. This bench seat is interesting because it's like way smaller than I think it is. Oh, wait a second. I'm in the correct world here, right? Uh-huh. No. Let me turn that back on. Delete that. And then turn that back off. There we go. Don't remember what I was trying to test that I turned creative mode on. I made a copy of this world like several weeks ago, and I've been using that to test like my script and various other, like trying to see how an airlock might work here, which by the way I think may run into issues. I was again running into issues with running into an issue with the air vent in my test world, where even though it was in a completely sealed airtight room, the air vent would, like the oxygen level it was detecting would drop a little bit, and then it would stop dropping. But it was connected to an oxygen tank which kept on filling, so it was somehow pulling infinite air out of an airtight room, and nothing was triggering the air vent to stop, even though it should have. In other words, my airlock worked maybe like 2 or 3 times, and then the air vent stopped being able to detect changes in oxygen level, and it just led to infinite air generation. But regardless, I eventually realized that my design for the airlock was overkill, given that the air has oxygen in it, and I have infinite oxygen here, so I can pressurize, if the inside of the base is pressurized, I can pressurize the airlock using outside air, and then just vent the air back into the atmosphere when we open it. There's no need to, like, siphon the air out and wait for that, because there's no air wasted. We'll just suck it back in from outside. Anyway, what we're going to do today is we are going to mine out some more of the wall and go further back in that direction, because I want to get deeper and deeper and deeper. And then we are going to move these things further back over there. It originally said I was going to temporarily move them off to the side here. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to dig around them and dig a fairly large chamber back here, and we're just going to start setting up the main, the new production area, the new producers, and we're just going to leave this here until we have that all set up, and then we'll just take this down and we'll run the conveyor back over there. So that's the plan for today. The other thing that I might not have time for, but I want to try to get to soon, is getting some defenses up here, like just get some guns up here, or somewhere outside. Get some weaponry out here. The reason is not because I think I'm going to get attacked, because I'm fairly well defended under here. I think the only thing that can penetrate through the ground is rockets. I don't even think railguns technically deform the ground, but if a ship comes through launching rockets, they will eventually dig through the ground and leave me with a big hole, and I don't want to deal with that. But no, the other reason for putting weapons up here is because since I've been on this planet, I've only seen a couple of parallax cargo ships spawn in and go by, and maybe one Ember, I don't remember, but very few things are spawning in. And the reason for that is I'm watching my bitrate here and hoping that I'm not having bitrate issues. It says at the moment, hang on a second, I'm just going to tab over to my thing here. Okay, it still says good. Okay, yeah, so like there's a parallax shadow. That's another parallax cargo ship flying by. Part of the reason is because the atmosphere is so thin, it reduces the pool from which the MES has ships to pull from to spawn here. But also, my threat score here is significantly lower than it was at the asteroid base. So there's no... it's not going to spawn any threats. So we're going to raise the threat score by building production, and then we're going to raise it some more by building the weapons. Did I? I never welded up the top door here. I should do that at some point. I don't really want to. So then what's going to happen is we are going to do the drilling. I do want to beef this thing up a bit, like actually finish it, because right now it's the proof of concept bare minimum. So I want to, if possible, at some point today, get this thing armored up and painted and stuff, and maybe go out and look for some magnesium, because if we do decide to go out and build some weapons, I need to be able to build some ammunition, and I don't have that. So I'm also gonna real quick yeah, you're connected to that. I'm just gonna fix this connection here. What we're gonna do is go, there we go, we'll go under it and then come up. Yeah, no, it's not going to look pretty, but then... there we go. Oh, don't tell me I can't weld that. What? Which thing did I accidentally grab? There we go. Okay. And boy, it is getting foggy in here, isn't it? Anyway, now I should be able to fill up my hydrogen and oxygen through here. So that's good. Okay, should we do the drilling first, or should we weld up the front gate? I think we'll do the drilling first. Let's get moving with that. Hopefully I don't damage this thing. I might end up hand drilling around this, just so that I don't have to move everything first, but let's see where our batteries are at. We should be looking pretty good. Batteries are full. Alright. You know, I honestly had thought that I had set up some event controllers on there to handle that, and I guess I didn't. So what I want to do is, let me turn off the GPS to the front door, and I want to make a new one just called beginning, because I just want to see how many meters I've gone deep as I travel here. So let's just see. I probably want to go maybe about 50 meters. You know what I need is a artificial horizon. There we go. Just so I could see if I'm going straight or not. The other thing I need to do to finish this thing up is... Oh, you know what I should do? I have these gyros here. I could... override. So I get myself lined up the way I want. I gotta figure out what's going on with the anti-aliasing. I don't know if that's coming through on the stream at all. I assume it is. But the anti-aliasing in my game is not good. And I know Space Engineers is not... No. What? Hang on a second. Okay, well, we broke reality again. This is the second time in this series that I broke reality. It's a nice planet on the inside. Yeah. Everybody's beautiful on the inside. Okay, well, hopefully as I keep drilling, that will get better. Yep. There we go. Okay. So I think we're going to go... Let's see, 50 meters is like 100 blocks? No, that's not right. Let's see. Hold on. I gotta do math again here. A large grid block is 2.5 meters. So 10 blocks is 25 meters. So 50 meters is 20 blocks. Okay. So we probably want to go like 100 meters, I think. And that should be sufficiently deep to begin with. I mean, that's quite a lot, but... I also don't know if I'm going perfectly straight from where I started. Maybe I should probably back it up and take a look. Alright, that's 100 meters there. Did I ever put a rear camera on this thing? I don't think I did. Or lights, apparently. Oh, hey. Oh, that was fast. We got in deep enough that we no longer see the effects of the dust storm. But the effects of the dust storm are very obvious here. So that's a good reason to go deeper. Alright, let me go up. And, alright, actually, do we need to go... Let me jump out real quick. Do we need to go further down? Or is that pretty much the ground? No, I think we do need to go... Yeah, we definitely need to go further down. Kind of went in the middle for some reason. Let's do a run on the top. And then we'll go down and do a run on the bottom. Change my live stream thing back real quick so I can see that. There we go. Changed it to look at the stream health. These walls don't need to be perfect. They're just, I'm going to be putting interior, I'm going to be putting blocks on the front of the walls, so it doesn't really matter if they're perfect or not. So we're probably going to have to make a couple of these holes. And then we'll be good to start laying down some steel. Actually, some interior plate. I decided I want to stop putting steel everywhere and start putting down interior plating. The acceleration on this thing is nuts. Okay. Now I can't see at all what we are doing. There we go. I put this connector in just like the worst possible spot here. I think that should be close enough. Oh, what did I just do? There we go. Switch to weapon drill. Are we actually getting the bottom? Or do I need to go lower? Oh, I need to go much lower. Yeah, I think the problem is that that connector is a little bit in the way. There we go. That should be good. Let's make sure. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this could definitely take a little bit, but we're doing good. We'll be there in no time. Wish you could actually see the ground. Okay, before I do the next round, we're definitely going to put some awareness lights on this thing, because it's just the spotlights. Oops, just the spotlights in the front right now. So that's basically the hallway that our production is going to go into. Yeah, there's an Ember Monarch. Let's set down on this. Ugh. Almost. Come on. It's a bit touchy. Where did I go wrong? Alright. Let's put some lights on this thing so I could see. There were a couple of other random things that I wanted to put on here, so let's do just a little bit of cleanup on it. I wanted to have an LCD panel. And I wanted to have some extra beam blocks or something holding it on, so it wasn't just connected by that one thing right there, but I think that can probably wait. What do I need for you? Alright, here's hoping this is right side up. Actually, didn't want it there. I want it like... there. I know the colors are mismatched. We're going to repaint the whole thing later. Is that good? Okay. Why is it green? It's weird. Okay, so the transparent LCD. What is this thing called? This grid? The minor inconvenience. Okay. Boy, I built a lot of stuff on the base that I didn't name. That's too bad. We'll get to that later. This is going to be the LCD for Horizon. I just want that up in front of me. And I want it like that, except that I'm going to want it with some more lighting. So let's get some lighting on this thing. We got spotlights well enough. Let's see. We could do... what do we got here? That's where my ejector system's going to go. I seem to have some room here. I could put in some light blocks. Or I could put them here. Why does it keep switching me to light panels? Oh, that's weird. Once it switches to large grid inset block, then it switches to light panel. That's weird. Huh. So, anyway, do these need to be connected here? Or are these? Those look like they are connected already. Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, let's see. We need a... I guess we could fill that in with something else and do like a light panel here. Oh, of course I do. Let's see. Let's grab a couple of those, maybe like 10 of those. I don't know. Alright, yeah, let's maybe do a light panel there, because then I could maybe fill this in with some event controllers or something later. So we'll just literally cover that up with a light panel. On the back, I don't know what we're going to do on the back. There's going to end up being a camera here or something. Let's just put a... There's going to be some armor. Is there going to be armor on the back? Probably. Probably. I don't know. Let's just put some light panels around it for now, just for awareness of my surroundings. And we'll probably be replacing these after I figure out what the final design is going to look like. It's just so dark in this tunnel. That's the thing, you know. Let's put a... Should I just put one, like, right behind this thing? Well, that'd actually be kind of funny to do like that, and then... That's probably a very bad idea, actually. I could use this as, like, a backdrop, though. Don't want to. Let's put these... I don't want them in my eyeballs. Let's just put... Actually, those are probably going to do enough on the side there. That's probably good. Can I? Without getting... No? Yes. Alright. I don't know why that is looking green or black. Maybe I should just do a normal one there instead. What was I going to search for? These light panels. which we are going to crank up and crank down. Lots of cranking in various directions, and there we go. Okay. Let me also group those so I could turn them on and off easier. Shoom, where are you? There we go. And do I also have the spotlights? I don't think I do have the spotlights in a... There are Wait, actually... Oh, maybe there are no spotlights. Maybe that was my helmet lights this whole time. Hang on. Yeah, that was my helmet lights doing. No wonder I couldn't see anything. That was just my helmet lights working. Okay, so I need some better spotlights, and I think the best... Oh, this is going to be kind of rough. Where are we going to put... Yeah, I'm just going to do this for now to connect these things. I will know that things that are of this different color are the things that I added later. So they are somewhat temporary. Or things for me to go back and look at. Where are we going to put spotlights? I could put them up on top of here. We could do some little spotlights. But I'm thinking we're going to do the big spotlights and put them, like, temporarily here. Did I grab 3 of them? Didn't mean to grab 3 of them. What else did I just do? Anything? I think that was it. Alright, then the last thing that I want to do real quick, everything that I do is real quick, is throw a camera underneath so that I could see where the... Oh, and you know what? Look I put my light in the only place where I could put a camera. Let's get rid of you. And we need it to be that way. Alright, where will we stick the light at then? We could just put it... Well, actually, these side lights probably do enough lighting up, so we're probably good there for now. Okay, so there we go. Now we can actually see all the way down to the end of the tunnel. Isn't that nice? I think we're going to move over and do the same thing here. And then we can lay out some floor, and this can be the beginning of our industrial area. We could begin moving some of these things over, and boy, I really do need to get some base lights up, don't I? Alright, so let me take a drink of water real quick here. Extra parched today. Alright, then let's head back in and see what we can do. Alright, they have a huge radius, which is awesome, because they're modded. Spot light. Spotlights. All right. Um, that that block in front of me is not gonna work out. I don't think. Well, that's okay. I got to back up down there if this gets weird. All right. Why is that like that? Hang on. Can we change anything to make that work? Now it's just gone. Oops. Now it's white. Now the transparency very rapidly goes away. That's a strange one. Does anything else? So if it goes back to the default colors, you see nothing. Oh, there we go. This is like a light. Yeah. This is a light problem. Yeah, it might be better for me to just use a regular one to begin with. That was, of course, the wrong. So now I can at least see it, and at some point the color will come back, but I don't know. Alright, let's scoot ourselves over too far. Let's not scoot ourselves over too far. Move down to the bottom and not burn the ground. Ah, good. The noise is back. The other problem with having it here... Okay. New plan. New plan. Very new plan. Don't grind off the rest of the ship. Okay. There we go. Problem solved. Script. And there. Okay, now I can see and nothing's blocking it. And the anti-aliasing actually looks a little bit better too. Alright, that is locked. How far down am I? I think I should move down a little bit more to about there. And if I do that, then I can scoot in a little bit more. And if I start going, are we leaving anything behind? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, let's move over. That's still a little bit too much. I don't want to leave tiny little bits hanging out. Are we low enough, though? No, definitely low enough, yeah. Probably go a little bit higher, even. Alright, let's do it. At least now I got some room I can move the camera around. I just got to be careful that we don't stray too far off the path here so I don't leave the ground too lumpy. And we'll just go until we get to the end of the other wall. Yeah, I think we might be a little bit off course here, so I'll just kind of course correct. Actually, let me course correct myself a little bit. Okay. There we go. Ah, that lovely noise. I'm really hoping that my microphone noise canceller is working well, because my dryer is just started its spin cycle and it does this like loud whine just as it's starting to spin up. Are we getting to... I think we got to move over a little bit. This is going pretty well. This won't take long, and then we'll be building. I might scoot over a little bit on the back drive. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So we made it to the back wall here. And just on the way back, I'm just going to kind of slowly go over this middle section. And just kind of flatten this out as I go. This little ridge here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it looks like we're also getting a little bit of the top too, which is good. And we're getting back into the dust. Yeah, we're definitely going to move my bedroom slash office slash living quarters to the back because, oh boy, does it get dusty over here. Okay, let's see. Where are we at here? I might have to kind of scooch myself in here a little bit. There we go. That should be good. All right. And then off we go. Oh, okay. We had a... Yeah, I'm going to move back out. We got too many little pixel spots, voxel spots hanging out there for my liking. What I really like to do with these bases is, you know, cover the walls. If you want it to be airtight, cover the walls with whatever you want, but then leave some windows in the walls so that you can still see the rock. So it's clear that you're underground, but not... Like, I want it to feel like this is a complex. You know, like, this is like a Stargate Command kind of situation. But I also like to remember that I'm underground, that there's rocks around and stuff. Keep a keen eye out. If you see, no pun intended, if you see any leftover voxels, let me know. Like, that was almost one right there. Yeah, I gotta readjust again. Because what'll happen is, I'm gonna scoot over again for the return trip, and then, I don't want to hit any of those little voxels going back. Actually, I might not. I might just do the... I might actually move to the side and do the side, because it looks worse than the top. So let me kind of, yeah, get as far over as I can here. We're going to back it up. Just kind of run backwards like this a little bit. Smooth this out. And I don't care that the roof doesn't go up as high as on the other side. We can always come through and smooth that out later. I do have to think about... I was thinking about this the other day. I very much do want to be able to launch fighters from here and actually, like, once we have some actual bad guys spawning, you know, go out and actually fight them head on, because this series has had a distinct lack of combat other than me watching other people fight. And my last series had basically like one bout of combat, and it was disastrous. So I feel like I'm due for a little bit here. I didn't put my camera on here. My camera. There we go. Let's turn... What did I just turn off? Nothing. Okay, let's turn those off, but leave the lights on just so I could see. Not that it helps. Hang on. There we go. Now I can see. And let's start laying down the ground. And for the ground, I'm going to need... let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about what we're going to put on the ground. So I'm going to lay down just a generic block to begin with. Probably one of these sci-fi interior wall blocks. Probably the least, the most floor-looking block, and then we can go through and replace them later. I think what I want to do... Yeah, let's just do that. So I need interior plate to put these down. A lot of it. So give me a lot of it. And, yeah. So this is not actually intended to be like a corridor. Like, this is eventually going to go... This is all going to open up back here. So, I wonder if I should maybe drill out this wall a little bit. Well, you know what? Let's just do the blocks over on this side going down. And then I can at least get this side, and then I can get some things set up here, and then I can start drilling along that side. So I want the refineries and stuff to be as far back, and storage and everything be as far back as possible, so that if anything does start breaking through the rock, like, a reaver comes in and just smashes into and starts just burrowing its way through the stone, I would like it to take them a while to get to my stuff. So, and hopefully give me time to counterattack. So I guess this way is the way that I want it to face. So I think this is the... well, that's how this is going to go. It's going to take a while. Well, I definitely did make the tunnel a little bit crooked, but actually it's good to see once you get back here, it's not that far off from what I intended. It is a little bit rough at the end here. Let's grab a hand drill and just kind of fix this a little bit. That'll work. That'll work for now. Then we'll have to get the piping back here. I'm probably going to... I'm going to have to go back and look at the piping. I don't know what I'm going to do. The piping currently goes up into the ceiling, so I'm going to have to... I want it... Like, it might as well run through the floor. Eventually it'll run through it could run through the roof and stuff, but, like, it might as well run through the floor, is what I'm getting at. So, we could bring this to the side and around and down and then through the floor. That's going to be a bit of a annoying. Did I miss a block? Or is it doing that thing where it doesn't render things? Yes, I think it's doing that thing where it doesn't... Yep. Doesn't render certain... See that one right there? It does that to me on interior blocks sometimes. I don't know why. So we're just going to lay this down, and I'm going to end up loading up the welding ship with a bajillion components coming through and welding this up. I'm going to need some of it to be welded up because I don't want to put things down and then have to like dig underneath them necessarily to weld up the ground underneath them. So I want to get a decent floor going, and it'll probably just be this back area for the most part because that's where I'm going to start. But I also want to have... I'm trying not to use as many scripts. Like, I'm obviously using my weather station script, which I'm currently still testing. But I'm trying not to do like Izzy and stuff like that like I usually do. So I'm hoping to do like an old school sorter system. Old school as in, the things that people who don't have access to scripts do every day. Yeah, being a little PC elitist here, but yeah, do a sorter system to manage the queues, basically. Now that's how many rows I'm going to do. So then we can come through later when we get the detailing phase going, and change out some of these blocks. Probably do the side that has the emissive strip on it for the walkway area or whatever. So my plan for this whole back base area is that this side is going to be production related stuff, and the other side is going to be hangars and things like that. I think that side is lower, technically, in the mountain. Like there's more mountain above us here than there is over there, by a slight amount. So that would work a little bit better if I wanted to do like a top opening hangar bay to let a fighter out. Oh, that was where my thought was going a minute ago when I got distracted. It was I don't if I wanted to do combat, I don't know how I would get a fighter out of here. Like, I could fly it to the front door, have it wait in the airlock while it cycles, and then fly out the front door. But that just seems, I don't know, that seems not fitting for a fighter. A fighter should either launch out of like a launch tube somewhere, or go out at the top, a roof hatch of some sort. Do I want to do this row? It looked like this row was going to give me trouble if I went all the way. But we'll go part of the way. So this is the yeah, we'll leave that part open so I can get the drill in there a little bit easier. So this is the part where I definitely am feeling the lack of the build and repair unit, because this is going to take me a while to weld up, and I'm going to need a lot of components, and I may even end up, because this is mostly iron, I may even end up having to go out and get iron, which I have not done any mining on this planet yet. How much iron do we even have? 17.2k. I've used pretty much half of the iron that I had when I started last time. I still have a little bit of unprocessed iron. So I think what I want to do is really, before I weld up any floor here, so I may have to go back on my statement from before of not welding up the floor and having to crawl under it, because I need to get a refinery up and running so that I can go and get some iron and actually refine it with a large refinery. And boy, it's going to be a lot of conveyor to make it all the way back there. But I don't want to have to build multiple refineries. So let's plan out what we're going to do here. And grab some upgrade module. There we go. What are these? They're not called upgrade modules in their names. We need assemblers. These things are not grouped. I kind of want to do like a big industrial thing where like they all connect and stuff with industrial assemblers and everything. So let's try that. See if that works. Just for space considerations, we may end up not doing that. I'll think about it. And then we're going to need, I know I have them on the hotbar somewhere, but I'm going to need some sorters. I'm going to use industrial ones. Maybe. Well, I'll use industrial ones unless I need to put them in the ground. And then the conveyors I have on the other hotbar, but I'm going to move them here just because it'll be handier. Probably I'm going to use these kind and these kind for the ground. And I'm going to continue avoiding using the modded ones. I like these, but I'm really trying to stick to vanilla as much as possible. Oh, one thing I did want to mention at the beginning, because of that new update that they started teasing today, I don't know what changes to the game is gonna come along with that. So there's a possibility that I may end this series and start a new one when the changes come out, because who knows what those changes are going to bring. And it may be worthwhile to start a new game. If I can, I mean, I'm sure they'll, incorporate into this game fine, but like there may be some things where it's like maybe we want to start on a different planet, or maybe there's some mods that I was using that I should take out that are obsolete now, and taking them out is an issue. You never know. So I'm going to stop standing there doing that and just put my bottle in the thing here. Alright, what's this thing doing here? Is this running? Does this have my... Oh, this doesn't have the latest version of my script in it. Hang on. What's the weather right now? Weather is clear. Okay. Hang on a second. Yeah, I was testing out a new version of the weather station in my other world, and it now comes with a confidence level, which I'm hoping will prevent it from doing that thing where when it gets toward the end, see, it's currently confident in the trend here. Nothing is changing. Yeah, okay, cool. So, if you haven't been watching the stream, what the weather thing does, the weather station does, is it monitors one of the wind turbines and then tries to tell you whether the wind is going faster or slower. So you can try to look at, is there a storm coming in that's going to potentially have lightning, or is there like a dust storm coming in that's going to make everything run slow? So, all right, I think what I might do is temporarily, just to get things into a refinery if I go mining, temporarily run some non-armored piping across the ceiling and down. But let's just head back here. That's still going to be a lot, but we should have enough. We're going to have to do something either way, because I want to get a welder back here that's piped up to bring the components in. And they could probably do the floor too, well, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so if we did one of these big old refineries like this, does this have one on the bottom? No, of course not. Why would it do that? Does it have one on the top? I can't. Yes. Okay, so it's... Hang on. There we go. Okay, so there is one up at the top, and there's one on the side there, and it's on the back left corner. There's nothing on the back. That's for upgrade modules. Okay. So we're going to want this to be... We will start this here, because we want it to be one away from the wall. So we'll start that there, and I think you can walk between them, right? If I put two of them next to each other, you can walk between them. And I want to have at least 3. So we'll have 3 to begin with. So those are all connected. What we're going to want is okay, let me think this through. The pipeline for this is going to be that the components come in and they get sorted. No, I'm sorry. Maybe I should put down some cargo as well. Let's get rid of you. There we go. All right, so I want to have like one of these things for ore, one for ingots, one for components, as well as everything else, basically. So everything you can make in an assembler is going to go into one of these that will be... Yeah, okay, so maybe we kind of just do this in order. And we could say, how am I going to... Yeah, it's a good question, though. How am I going to stop... Let's see. From the front of the base, I want to be able to drop off anything, but I also want to be able to pull anything. I might have to map this out. So basically, I do want a cargo containers that pull from the front of the base into them. This is going to be difficult without me having laid out the floor, I think. I think that's the main problem. The piping in the floor. But let's say we start with our first container. Where's the leaving room for the wall here? That leaves room for the wall plus 1. Or does it? Yeah, that's the wall. Why does that seem like it's moving more than 1? Okay, well that leaves room for the wall plus 1. So if that was like our incoming ore, and then we had, and we leave room for 1, 2, so that we can do, let's see, sorters coming out and down. And we put that there. These don't have things on the bottom, so I can run underneath them. So we would have 1 for ore. See, I'm trying to kind of do these in order, but I don't know that that's even a worthwhile thing to do. We have a thing for ore. Then we would have... Man, I really hope I leave enough space in between these things. So let's leave that there, and we'll go like that. And then that would have ingots coming out that would get sorted to this one. We gotta go 1 forward from it, right? Do we, though? Well, I was leaving an extra space, so I guess we're gonna... I don't think we do, though. I think we could put it... Well, we could put it back. That would technically work. It would be up against the back wall. Let's leave it forward like that one there. Except I didn't want it there. I want at least 3 in between. So that will be there. And then we will have our assemblers. The assemblers, I want to do these, but these get kind of difficult to work with, especially given that you can only walk through like one side of them. Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's just do the regular assemblers. These are... oh, I had that on the hopper. Good for me. Okay. So if we do regular assembler, we are probably going to want to do something like... So we could run into the floor, or we could go up 1. Most of these are connecting on the ground level. So we're probably going to want to do something underneath them. So I'm just going to put a block to kind of manage them for now. So we'll go 1, 2, 3... Boom, I'm getting kind of close to the front there. Leave room for the modules. Boom. And then they will come out and go to another cargo container, which will be about there. And that will be the final cargo container that pretty much anything can pull from. And... actually, that worked out pretty good, because then I could just run up to that one and grab stuff out of it. Now, the real question is that just a terrible idea? Is that just a terrible idea? Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Let me put a... let me put down some things and get a welder going here. Just to weld this thing up. So I need a... I actually just want a... There we go, I just want one of these, basically. And I'm going to put it there. And then we are just going to... There's no difference in parts between this and the normal ones, right? I don't think there is. So let's just do these. How many interior plates do I have on me? 50? That might not be enough. And now, where are we going to hook up to? That's the big question. I don't necessarily want to hook up into there. I don't think my script is working, is it? It says this is a high wind event happening, but my light did not turn on. We'll figure that out later. I don't want to hook it up to the front of the assembler, and I blocked off the front of my... Oh boy, what's going to be the best way? Let's see, I could run it. I wish I had rotated this. Ember escorts coming through, not a problem. I could cut this over and down. I think that's going to be the best way to go. Yeah. So let's change you out. I'll bring this around a little bit first. Like this. And then we'll go... Don't worry about the fact that these are all like different styles that may not match up here, because I don't. I'm not worried. Come on. Okay, then this just needs to be anything else. For the sake of this, let's just throw one of these things on for now. Alright, so these things are going to need a lot of stuff, aren't they? To get all the way back there. You know, one thing I thought of with the little welder ship is that somewhere on here... oh, this thing doesn't have a conveyor, does it? I was thinking somewhere on this little seat there should be a conveyor that I could pipe up. But it actually doesn't. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's just a seat. Alright, so what do I need to get this thing to build for me? Let me put all this back in here. We need lots and lots of small steel tubes. Where's my assembler? No, I need to look at it here. Small steel tubes, 200. Let's crank you up to 500. What else did I need for one of these things? Construction components, motors. That's going to take a while, and then a lot of interior plate. Interior plates were... I think I'm going to crank that up just a little bit. And then what was the other one? Motors. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of those anyway. Alright, so now we got to wait a bit while this figures itself out. In the meantime, I should think about finishing that door and closing it. Let's just think a little bit about how this is going to work. So we're going to have this tube running down here. It'll probably be running through the floor eventually, but that'll take more material to do. So this is temporary to just get this all welded up. But we will have this go, and it'll get plugged into here. But we'll have ore, like when the mining ship comes in and drops off ore over there. This thing will have a sorter that pulls the ore up and into it. And then there will be another sorter here that pulls ore out and into here. Well, this will basically be the, it'll almost be like a gate. Mostly it wouldn't have to actively pull. It would just be a gate to keep the, one of the reasons I should have pushed this back, I just realized, is it doesn't line up this way with that. Yeah, I should move all these back, otherwise it's going to be really annoying. Okay, so that will do that. Where's the... I think that is what I want. Yes, then we can go down and in. And that lines up, yeah. And then that'll just be against the back wall is what I'm trying to say. So we'll do that. Let me put... Then from here there will be a sorter that pulls ingots out and deposits into this one. One, and two. I think I was trying to leave 3, wasn't I? Yeah, just in case. Right, and then that lines up with that. Good. All right, and then these are just placeholders. These should go here. 1, 2, here. 1, 2, here. So those will be our stacks of assemblers. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Yep. Okay. And then that lines up with that. And there we go. Then this will be... Then we'll have another sorter that pulls components through and deposits them here. And then... well, pretty much anything that comes out of the assemblers will get deposited into here. And then this will then be, again, fully connected back into the system, and we'll be able to pull anything out of this one that is not ore or ingot. Basically, I think that is how... I think that will work. I think that will work. So let's get this welded up. And I really should probably get this thing connected into the network here. It needs an actual dock. I don't know why I didn't think of doing that while I was doing this. That would have been a good idea. That would have been a really good idea. Maybe we should use that good idea. There we go. I moved it down one instead of putting it up there, just so that I didn't want to risk that smacking into that top one there. So, now here's the question. Did I put event controllers on this one? No. Okay, good. So I definitely need to make sure that I don't detach and fall off. Oh, jeez, I'm trying to fly backwards again. Hey, I should put lights on this thing too. I always forget to put lights on things. Okay. Wait a minute. Did I put lights on? Oh, I'm actually really smart. Who knew? Alright, into the HH connector. Nope, not the HH, the HE connector. Into the cargo, we need to put as many of these as we can fit, as many of these as we can fit, as many of these as we can fit. There's going to be a lot of these, and I hope we can still lift off these and that. We're probably going to need more interior plate. And then we're just going to hope that we don't run out of iron. Do I need construction components too? I don't remember. I'll grab them because I have the room. I don't want to pull out of you. Why is there an HE assembler too? I named that wrong. That's what confused me. But grab you. I don't think I need computers for that, right? Yeah, this should be the HH assembler. I picked bad acronyms for these things. What do I need for these? Construction components. Yeah, interior plate. I need a lot of construction components. Dang, I should probably queue up more. Where's construction components? We're at 500. Let's make 700, and then let's look at our iron reserves now. We're at 13. I don't know that we're going to be able to build this. We're not going to have enough left to build the actual refinery. I may have to use the onboard refinery on the rover to refine some iron. Oh well. Let's get it started, and I can always just go get some iron. As long as it doesn't storm. It is 9:40 p.m. in the world, which means I should probably wait till it's a little bit lighter, but... Alright, now I don't want to really weld up the wall, which I think is okay, because the wall is mostly... I think the wall is all steel plate, so we'll have to just be careful we don't weld up the floor. Which now I'm realizing is going to be a difficult task. Oh, who am I bumping into? Alright. Let's get just close enough to hopefully not... Hey, Rumblestrip, how you doing? I didn't see your message. How long have you been watching? Trying to get sorted here, so I can eventually raise my threat score. Oh, what did I run out of already? Oh, construction components. Let me just go grab this. Room. Okay. That's good. I might as well grab whatever else we got laying around. Did we make more of these yet? Yep. Okay. This construction components. I need, what do I need, like 20 for each of these? We're almost to the end, but yeah, 20. Which means if I take 200, I'll only do like 10 of these. Alright, give me you, give me you. Let's get you going on the front. I think that's what I mainly need. I'm probably going to want more of those soon. Yeah, so I was saying at the beginning, I don't think anyone was watching it, but I was saying at the beginning, I only ever get Ember and Parallax here. And I think there's two reasons for that. I think it's partially because the atmosphere is so thin, there's not... as many planetary ships that can spawn. But the other issue is that I don't have as high of a threat score here as I did on the asteroid base. So it's not like assertives aren't spawning. Reavers obviously aren't going to spawn for a long time, if any. So I did throw in actually, I forgot to say, I did throw in a couple other MES mods that have some planetary functions, but I also haven't seen them do anything lately. So I'm hoping this isn't a I'm hoping I can throw a bunch of weapons on the outside of the base and we'll raise the threat score. Getting all of this refinery stuff set up will also raise the threat score a little bit, but I'm hoping that we get that threat score raised up, we actually get some things, because then I would like to design a fighter and actually go out and fight, you know. But I gotta have enough of a industry set up to be able to support that. Give me some more of these. I just want a ton of these. Alright. Give me a bunch of those. What's in the other assembler? The other assembler's got a bunch of these. A couple of these. Good enough. Hopefully that's enough to get us to the end here. Nope. Oh, but I didn't run out of construction components this time, at least. It was the small steel tubes. And then, yeah, not enough for that thing. Okay, so I got a bunch of motors, a bunch of construction stuff, so I need small steel tubes. I'm gonna need small steel tubes for you as well. Okay, so just a bunch of small steel tubes. Let me back this thing up a little bit. Grab a little interior plate out of here, because I want to set up the welder. Too far. Alright, we'll do... Oh, what do I need? Steel plate? Don't tell anybody. Wait. Didn't I? Oh, I completely forgot that I laid down interior plate here. Real smart. What am I going to replace? Let's replace you. Real smart there. Okay. Well, when I run back, I'll just grab a steel plate. And what else do I need for you? Large steel tube. And some other steel plates, and we should be good. Oh, and probably some computers, too. I have a tendency of hitting escape in a panic all the time. Alright, we'll grab just a couple of those. Grab a couple computers. All the tubes. All the tubes we could find. Not from you, though. That should be enough, I think. Alright. Now the other good news is that while I'm welding these things up, I could just kind of connect into these pipes periodically and get the welders welding things up. What did I miss? Oh, the large steel tube. I'll just fly it back. Alright. Oh, that was close. Come on, head. Oh. I was already there, basically. Basically, there. Okay. Let's grab a large steel tube. Single large steel tube. Alright. What? There we go. I might need some sort of like a vehicle or like a little car to just drive around in here. It's going to be so big. You know, and that actually, if there are new suspensions in the new updates, if you guys didn't see the teaser that came out today, there's a potentially new smaller suspensions coming and possibly smaller wheel hitboxes. So we might like tiny little wheeled vehicles might be more feasible coming up. All right, I think I have to risk going out and getting some iron, although I am now realizing that if I brought back a load of iron, I would be dumping it into this connector, and that would be it. So, although I think I'm going to have to put it into the Dune Strider for a bit, actually, real quick. As long as we're here, let me grab this iron and this and put that into the Dune Strider and get it refining that up. You don't do the old, wait a minute, why is this called old scrap metal? I thought scrap metal could go in basic refineries. Maybe not in this modded one. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I gotta get a way to hook up the, this thing needs a landing, an actual landing pad that's going to be accessible from somewhere. So, let's see, it's probably gonna be temporary. Where will we put it? I think I can take that thing off the wall. We could put it here and just pipe it in, but this thing is kind of in the way. So I think what we'll do is try to put it over here and just run some piping. Yeah, this is going to be annoying. Let's see, where does this one go? That would be okay if we put it back there. So let's cut this one off and put in a T. And do I need more parts for that or no? Yes. There we go. And then I could just kind of run some, let's see, this is light armor. That's going to be annoying. I would prefer not to do this above the ground, but I think there should be plenty of clearance, so I think we're okay. Let's see, the connector's somewhat toward the back of this thing, so I guess if we put it here, we'll be okay. Kind of want to do another T just to have it stuck in the ground a little bit, and then we'll throw a connector on it. Is that connector damaged? Why didn't I get a full connector out of that? Who knows? Space engineers works in mysterious ways. Okay, so that's good. So that will be the new dock for that thing, and I'll just have to walk around it, I guess, for now. But that'll give us some ore. We'll have to manually move some ore into the truck for a little bit, just to get, if we don't have enough on board. How long is it going to take to refine this? Probably not all that long. And we're probably not going to get all that much. So this thing should be charged up. It's 11 p.m. and nothing's flying around, and the weather is sandstorm. What are we? We are trending up. It is just beginning. Well, we're going to go. We're going to go see if we can find it and mine in a sandstorm. That's going to be fun. There should be no lightning in a sandstorm, so we should be okay. And I kind of do want to do this during the sandstorm, just because then it will be, like, I'm guaranteed not to get an electrical storm happening, because it will be sandstorming. So let me get rid of this thing while I'm here. And I'm just going to hold on to these components just in case something goes wrong. Okay, let's go. Oh, that's going to be a problem at some point. Alright. Please tell me I did put an ore detector on this thing. Okay, good, there it is. Alright. Did we crank up the ore detector range? We did. Where do we think that I saw... I know back this way there was a lot of things. Oh, you know what we were going to want is light. Oh, never mind. Light was on. Oh. Oh, man. Okay. I am maxing out my batteries when I'm thrusting in more than one direction at a time. That's not good. What's also not good is I'm not seeing any ore. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, look at all this. This is fantastic. And there's magnesium here. Man, this is like... Okay. Let's point at the iron. Oh, shoot. I didn't build the ejector system. Back to base, real quick. I also noticed this thing drifts quite a bit. That's not, it accelerates very fast. This thing's gonna need another battery. We're just not getting much, when it's braking, when it's using all these braking thrusters, we're not getting enough power output. I do have some uranium left. We could throw a reactor on here. I think I got enough power here. Let me grab... At least the lights are extremely bright. I need a small conveyor sorter. I need 2 of those. I need a small connector, 2 of those, and then I need some conveyors. Probably... How do I want this to go? That's going to go around the corner, down. I don't know if I need... Well, I definitely need 2 of these. Should I do a... I don't think I need to do the armored kind, so I just need the straight... Where's the tiny little straight one? Right there. I need you. That's you. Alright. There we go. Let's go build this on real quick. Luckily, I already hopefully left space for it. Please tell me I didn't delete the wrong... Yeah, there it is. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be a little weird, but we're going to go like this. And then sorter, and then ejector. So I didn't actually need that other part. Oh, please tell me I can get in there. There we go. And then the hope is that the blocks that are spawning won't damage the ship, because they're going to spawn low enough that it won't be an issue. That's my hope. Okay. Let's go set that up real quick, and then we'll have to figure out the battery situation later. The ejector. Sorter, and the sorter is going to be whitelist stone, and the other one is also going to be whitelist stone, and then the ejectors are going to be throw out. And I'm just going to throw all of these into a thing like that, and we could just get you all out of there. I think that will work. Do I need it to say collect all or not? I don't know. We'll find out later. Alright. Now we can go get that ore. The nice thing about this planet is that it has these frequent sandstorms. That's a nice thing. Actually, am I better off going in through this other wall here? Yeah, I'm worried because we're hitting the battery limit when moving in certain directions, that when we get full, maybe this is not the better way to go. Although it does seem to be kind of directly under us. What is this? Where's this iron at? Alright, we're going to go in this way. Let me get a good... I can barely read the numbers on that screen. I think that's 30 degrees? 35? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's go in at 35 degrees and see if that'll be enough. Like if we're going to lose the... if we're going to lose altitude. Yeah, so anyway, I'm worried that once we are full, we'll essentially be unable to... we won't have the battery capacity to move, essentially. Alright, where'd the iron go? This looks like a massive deposit. It's basically everywhere. Alright, I'm just gonna go... let's see, I want to aim at one of the signals, but it just seems to kind of be everywhere. Let's see if there we go, I can kind of aim at you there. Let's do that. Get to about the 35. I'm hoping if I keep a 35-degree angle, we'll be we'll be able to get back out of here. And then I immediately move to a 45-degree angle. That's okay. It'll be fine. I think we'll be okay, but yeah, I am a little bit worried that once we're too heavy... Whoa, we're there already. This might be just like a large, thin vein. Alright, are we ejecting? Are we ejecting? I assume we're taking on stone, but we are not ejecting, which means I probably need to tell the ejectors to also collect. There we go. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Oh, you know, one thing I really should have done was put a more visible weather display on the screen. Maybe I should have put that there instead, but let's put weather. I don't need to see the gravity. Let's put weather there, because I would like to know if an electrical storm starts, so that I know if I need to either dig further underground and wait, or head back to base. Yeah, this is an interesting looking ore patch. It's kind of thin, maybe? I think it's just like one of those really thin layers that's very large. Although I'm super close to a whole bunch of other ores. Like we are... Is this literally nickel right here? Are we moving into nickel? Yeah, we are. So I'm mining nickel now for some reason. That's really weird. I guess we may have randomly found the sweet spot here. And I know, Rumblestrip, you were telling me to watch out for, like, there was going to be a lack of cobalt. In the other... I made a GPS in the other direction. I found some cobalt. So... maybe we got lucky here. I don't have any mods on that change the ore maps for anything, so this is the default ore map. Are my containers already full? We might not be ejecting the stone very fast. That's a good amount of iron. Even the cockpit is full already. Yeah. Okay, so my 4 cargo containers are full. The connector is not. I want to try and get less nickel. That's good. We can keep going. We can try and fill the drills. It seems like we're doing okay on flight capability. Yeah, I'm going to back up and hopefully take off a little bit more of the roof. Yeah, aside from the danger of getting struck by lightning whenever you go outside, if you can manage the lightning, this planet is not too bad. Other than the fact that the weather is just incredibly annoying. I guess that's the main thing. The weather is incredibly annoying, but the resources aren't bad. There's supposed to be an abundance of uranium here, though. That was supposed to be, I think, the most abundant material, and I don't think I've seen uranium yet. It is nice that platinum is here, though, although I guess I could make some ammo that uses platinum. For the most part. Alright, we're going to go ahead and test full drills and see how we do. We're going all in with this. Did we eject all of our stone? All of our stone is ejected. Alright, how do I get out of this hole? Where is the opening of the hole? There it is. Okay. Now now that I think about it, going out here forwards. Oh, it's working fine. I have more thrusters on the front than on the back. So actually maybe taking off some of the front thrusters is the way to go. Because it seems like that, however many I have on the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, is enough. And maybe that's too much. Although I have 6 on each side and I drift a bit. And having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I could probably... Oh, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19... Okay, what did I seriously put 20 thrusters facing forwards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, that's too many thrusters. We're going to take a whole bunch of those off when we get to the revamping phase of this. Where is the... There it is. Alright. Yeah, we still... I can't hit the forward thrusters and the up thrusters at the same time without maxing out the battery, but that seems to be okay for the time being. So we're doing okay. My braking thrust maxes out the battery, but that's okay. This is going to be plenty of iron. Yeah, look at that drift. We just drift around, and now I'm losing altitude. Yeah, I think that's the big fear, is that I'm going to need some braking thrust. Yeah, and then I start to lose power. Like, I'm maxing out the power, and now the lifting thrust isn't holding. See, now we're going down a little bit because it's trying to do too much. But we're good now. We're good. We're coming in. Okay. Yep. Thrusters in too many directions firing at once. Okay, so we'll take off some thrusters that we don't need, where we have overkill on thrusters. And then, yeah, you see how that, I don't know what the thing is called. The little line that tells me where I am, what my lateral direction is relative to front, the little reticle on the front there. That thing is dropping, it's bouncing up and down as I fly, which means the ship is losing altitude. And then, okay, good news. The thruster situation took care of itself. What did I lose? Yeah, there you go. Oh, and one of the containers. Oh, no. I knew I should have armored this thing up before I left. Or at least took a blueprint. Can't lift. We got lucky that I can actually still lift with the remaining thrusters. So that had part of my ejection system in it. That's nice. I didn't put a camera on the bottom yet, so... Alright, locked auto, everything off. Well, this is nice. Oh, good, the ejection system survived. I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me. Alright, well, it looks like I'm going to be manually moving 50Ks of ore, or whatever. Alright, so what I do want to do here is turn this thing on and have it start welding up this refinery. Actually, before I do that, I want to weld up some... I didn't even put them on the back yet. Put some upgrade modules on it. Did I put them there? What upgrade modules are we going to use for these? I definitely want some power, but really we're going to have so much power here with the way the turbines work. Let's opt for... I don't think I can do yield yet. I don't think I have... Actually, how many... I might have enough superconductors left over. We could split this between yield and speed. Yeah, why don't we try that? I think I've got plenty of superconductors. Why don't we do... Oh, I do need some things, don't I? Give me you. Alright. Let's do one power efficiency, one speed, and 2 yield. Did that show up in the right spot? Okay, good. I'm always on the fence as to whether I want speed or yield. I mean, the ores here appear to be pretty plentiful, so maybe that's not a big deal. Maybe we could just go with speed and not have to worry about yield, but... Oh, not what I meant to do. Alright, so... Oh, it's already built. I don't have to worry about it. We had enough. Cool, so this should already be starting to take in, once this is functional here, this should already be starting to take in, or no, of course it's not, because I didn't actually hook up the piping. Alright. Well, that means that we could start... Well, look at you. Where am I going to... How much iron did we get? 2.3k. 2.34k. Okay, so we got a little bit of iron left in there. Let's look at total amount of iron I have left. So we got 84 there. We got all that. We got 2.3 there. And is that it? Is that 2 point... Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, that was good timing then. Let me hook up. I should have enough materials left over that I can hook up the refinery here off of the end of this thing. And we will just let the refinery start chewing through stuff. I'm not going to worry about the sorting yet. We'll do that. We'll figure that part out later. Just give me a regular one. And a... Well, let me weld these up first. And now... Oh, come... What didn't... Okay. Once I weld this up, we should, in theory, start hearing the... start hearing this refinery whirl to life. There we go. We've got it. Is there a panel on here anywhere that I can poke? I thought there was. Maybe that was the other thing. Maybe it's on the other floor. There it is. All right. Okay, good. So that should be good. Yep, and we're pulling it. It's just pulling it straight out of the ship for now. Let me see if I can load the stuff that's sitting on the ground here into the thing.
Inventory full.
Prepare to hear that sound a lot.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
There we go. Okay. If that's the case, then let's see about maybe starting to actually do the... Well, I could start doing the other refineries, but I could also start with the like actual storage systems. Let's just do it. Let's just start doing this and see where we get. Let me rename this. Can I... Where are you? This thing is going to be the HH. Cargo L for large. And this will contain ores. don't know why I have to click that so many times. It's pulling it from other grids or something, I don't know. Alright, so this one, oh man, see, I wanted to have this come through the ground. I guess I could start doing this through the ground. Yeah, let's do that. So I wanted to do a, let's see. Now I regret having that thing being on the other side there. I wanted this thing. Whoa. To go like this, and then we're gonna have a. Actually, I could do the cooler looking sorter, couldn't I? Yep, I am definitely regretting hooking this up this way. Do that, and then we will have this thing, which I apparently can place already, and then we will move this down into the ground, and then we're gonna do, so there'll be ground piping, and then it will come up and go into there. Yep. Okay, that's gonna get old. Okay. And this thing is going to be the HH sorter for ores. And we are going to tell you that you are whitelisted for all ores. And that your job is to drain all, I think is how I want this to go. I'm going to turn this off for now, though, until I get this all set up. So, this means that, what do I need? Steel plate to place all these? That will work, I guess. I should probably pull all that out of there. You know, it just occurred to me, though, that I'm about to run out of hydrogen. Oh, no, I'm not. It just occurred to me, though, that if I do this, it's going to pull components out of all of the ships. And if I try to load up the ships through the connectors, it will just pull the components back out of them. Maybe that's okay, because I could just undock and then grab components. That's fine. We'll figure that part out later. Alright. I think this time I want to see not the actual conveyors coming up from the ground, so we're going to do it like this. Although I guess we will see it right there, but okay. Temporary measure. Alright, which way did I say? This way? Well, that kind of looks weird, though. Or did I say this way? I don't remember which way I put it. This way looks better. We're going to go with that. Yeah, and I think I want this like this. Because we're just going to run along the front, basically, for the most part. I don't know if I grabbed that last one. That's okay. There's a good chance that all of the ores are in the refinery already, which is fine. Oh, you know what I just realized? You can't see. Oh, what's the deal with you? I don't have a T-junction here. You can't see the lights as to whether or not they are connected from the top. Or can you? No, nothing lights up on the top, does it? Yeah, maybe I should do these. Maybe I should have at least one every so often that is upright, just so I could see that the connection is good. Yeah, why don't we do that? And why don't I make it like in front of the cargo containers or something? So we'll do that there, and we'll rotate this one. Yeah, that's interesting. I never noticed that. The modded version of this thing does show the lights on all the different sizes, or sides rather. Okay. So then I just need a T-junction here and we'll be good to go. And hopefully when I turn that on, let's see, it's probably gonna, I'm assuming it's gonna drain ore into let's see, is it going to drain the ore out of the refinery? It might. Which might be okay or might not be okay. Let's find out. Oh, it's been on. I left it on. That's great. Fantastic. So, you have a bunch of ore in you, but are you taking it from the refinery? No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like you're just... Yeah. You're just collecting it from everywhere else in the base. You took my ice, too, though. Maybe I should have... Can I say no? Can I say no ice? Would I need 2 sorters? Because it's going to block the ice. You know, we're just gonna, that's gonna be fine for now. What we'll do is we'll come up with a new strategy for where the, I need to move the O2s as well. That's basically the deal. So, maybe what we'll do is we'll bring the O2 gens down here as well, and then they can be in the same sorter network. Actually, it's not a bad idea to just do right now. So what I want to do here is, we're gonna stop you.
Energy low.
We're going to go fill up on everything real quick so I don't forget and run out of energy way off in the distance. But yeah, then what we'll do is we'll put the O2 gen way in the back and it'll just be on the same circuit, essentially. So it'll be able to pull ice out of that container. And I'm guessing, since there's still ice in here, that actually just pulled ice from some other source. So. Maybe maybe the point is moot. I don't know. But what we'll do is... because I wanted to have... let's just leave this here for now. Well, this is all going to get replaced eventually. Alright, so I wanted to have a sorter here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I did put this sorter the correct direction, right? Where's the line? Yes, okay, good. I did. It just occurred to me that I had looked at it at one point, but then I was rotating it around and I didn't bother to look back. Okay, so this one's going to go there, and we are going to have a T party, T junction here with a conveyor pipe, and then I'll just throw the O2 gen up on there. I don't think I need... even if I did use more than one, I could just chain them together and, like, roll them over the top here. I think I am probably going to eventually, because I'll probably build a hydrogen fighter. Or a hydrogen atmosphere fighter, like a hybrid. And I'll probably want to store a lot of hydrogen, so... And I do have that big ice lake out there, so I'll eventually want a bunch of O2 generators, but for the time being, we'll just leave that like that. Alright, and then what this is going to do is just prevent this is going to be the ore gate. It's not going to pull anything, but it's just going to whitelist ores, and I don't even know if this is necessary, to be honest. Since the only thing it's going to be connected to is this. Yeah, I don't even think that's necessary. I'm going to leave it there and see if it causes any trouble, but I don't actually think that that's necessary at this point. Because what it would do is prevent... Yeah, let's... if something did get stuck in here other than ore, it would prevent it from being able to move out. I'm going to leave it for now. It'll be fine. It will be fine. Let me... let's build up these other refineries, because I don't need any more. I gotta figure out the piping path across the front here, but these are just gonna be connected to each other. All right, let me figure out. Let me get these other ones welded up. What did I do with the first one? It was I don't have the right thing. I think I did that right. We'll find out. I'm glad I brought some superconductors. But now I'm out of them. See? Shouldn't have said that. Oh wait, maybe that was just what I was carrying. That's possible. We might still have more. I think I had like 200 of them. Yeah, there we go. Cannot withdraw all sorts of superconductors. Okay, so maybe we are out of them. Yeah, we're out of them. That's okay. Wait, did I don't have computers? Okay, let's clear this out here. Okay, so you are missing computers. You are missing computers. You are missing small steel tubes. You're good. And you're just missing superconductors, which I don't think I have, but I'll check. 4 things, 4 things. Yeah. There's no way to get the iron back out yet. That's a thing. That is a thing. Okay. Well, we're going to have to get that pipe working first, aren't we? Or get that pipe reworking first. We are just going to take this out. And do a temporary T-junction and any sort of connector. I hope we have some motors left over. Did I? Why can't I? Oh, yeah, yeah. I forgot I piped it up. It's like, why can't I pull things from that container? Because I forgot that I actually connected it. Okay, now we should once again be able to do stuff. I think I may have pulled the things that I need, did I? Did I? Yeah, okay, so everything but the one yield module. I think that's fine for now. We'll go grab some gold at some point. It's way over there. We'll probably do like a mining bonanza after I get the mining ship fixed. So, what we want to do is kind of don't want to lose my cargo access point here. Let's see. So we just need to weld these up, and we could do that with... that's fine, I'll just have a access point on the end. Get out of here. And I'm gonna bet that I can put a single welder in the middle and get both of these. There we go. And that will give me even more cargo access. And then, once these are running, then we can take these welders down. And everything else I'll just weld by hand for the most part. And we could start welding up the rest of the stuff. So, on you go. Yep, so you're good. Now we're just waiting to get some components built for you, but this one should start... Yep, there it goes. There we go. Alright, let's check our iron situation here. So we've got a little bit in the assembler. I assume what's happening here is we are... Oh, that's nice right there. Yeah, okay, so we gotta fairly soon start pulling some of that iron out of there. But I'm assuming what's happening is we are... It might be pulling ingots. It might be... Oh, no, nothing's pulling ingots yet. Never mind. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Alright. So it's going to keep on trying to build this thing as it builds computers and steel plate. Now that I'm thinking about it, do we have any silicon left? Silicon. We do. Okay. We're looking good there. Yep, we're looking good there. Okay. That should be enough to get all the rest of this going. So let's... although while it's trying to... Actually, let me shut this off, because it's just going to be eating all of my steel plates and computers for a while if I leave this on. I just would rather get the rest of these welded up. Yeah, I suspected as much. Sometimes I just talk to the computer. Alright, this one is going to be the container of ingots. Why did I do that? I'm trying to rename this thing. HH. Cargo L. Ingots. What's this other... Is there another unnamed one? That would be this one, right? Let's name you. Actually, let's just build you up as long as I'm here. What else do I have in here? Oh, are we missing some computers for this? No, I don't know what you're on about. Okay. Ow! Thought I was on the ground. Man, I really need some better cargo access. I doubt I can pull things from there. Alright, what are we working on here? Give me more of these. And definitely more of these. And more of these. We're in that situation here where as I start building things up, this whole process is going to get progressively easier and easier because it'll be like, yes, now we've got more... how many did I get here? It's like, yeah, now we've got more assemblers, now we got more refineries, now we got more of this, we got more of that. And things will just start going faster. And then eventually we'll just run out of ore, and I will have to probably cut something down to repair the miner. I can't believe I went out, flawless mining trip. Didn't even hit this thing coming back in. Oh, wait a minute, I did. Ah, jeez. The hot end is missing its hot end. Okay, well, never mind. I spoke too soon. But came all the way back, and then at the very end, destroyed a quarter of the ship. Ridiculous. Why can I not withdraw 18? Wrong button. Yeah, might as well refill the energy while I'm here. I'll take a drink of water while I wait. Alright, did I get my... Alright, and did I name you? I did not. HH. Cargo L. I'm going to call it components. This one might end up... This one might end up being everything and not just components. There's a LASP here. And it's not moving. Did it crash? This was a spaceship. I thought. That would be weird. Hang on. We're going to have a minor out-of-body experience. Or is this thing in space? Oh, no, it's flying. It's just not moving. Yeah, okay. It's a submarine with some rather dangerous-looking weapons on it. And a refinery. Not a, this is a rather cozy place. So, you don't want to stand here necessarily to get your cargo. Okay, well, I wonder why it is there and not doing anything. I'm kind of hoping this is one of those things. I had issues with MES at one point where, like, things like this would spawn in and they wouldn't do anything, and then eventually they'd run out of fuel and crash, and then I could go salvage them. It's the lazy salvaging method. Alright, let me lay out the rest of the stuff that I wanted to put here. So we are going to need... do I need these things raised up one? Why did I want these raised up one? It's probably to get... I don't think we need to do this. We do need to cut out the ground here, because we're going to run our piping around here, in between here. Alright, so what do I have on me? A couple of steel plates. Okay. Let's see. You need to get piped up at some point. That's okay. But let's run these real quick here. So we're gonna do. I think I'm generally trying to hide the side of this that does the thing, but let's see. Why? There we go. That's what I want to do. Let's see, actually, do I want that there? Hang on, how is this going to work? Well, we could have a vertical sorter coming up out of there. That would work. Or I could have the sorter just embedded in the ground, and it could be the old square-style sorter. That could work. And then we just have a pipe coming out. Why don't we do that? So this... Did I face that the correct way? I actually did not, did I? No, I did not. Okay, so this will go... that. So let's see. So this is going to have ingots in it, which I haven't done yet. But this will have ingots in it, and then that can be drawn into the assemblers, which will be here, and then a sorter there will pull the components out of the assemblers. So I'm going to want conveyor tube T-junctions. Let's see, how did I have this set? So that's there. I think I wanted them there, and then 1, 2 there, 1, 2 there. That seems about right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we'll just do the conveyor tubes in between, and I'll put the visible ones at the ends and the invisible ones everywhere where we don't really care. Okay. That was going to take a while. This will take a while. And actually, I should probably be ending the stream pretty soon because it's getting kind of late. But I'm going to go a little bit longer just to hopefully get some more of this set up here. I didn't need that last one. Alright, where did I say I was going to put that sorter, though? I think I'm going to take you out and put that sorter here. Man, this will be done. This will be done soon. And then we'll have a bit of a system. Oh, calm down. I'm not that out of shape. Alright, then this will just literally connect back into here. Which we can... I didn't think too hard about taking that one out of there, and I'm really glad that it didn't fall down. Because I didn't think too hard about it. Reinforced curved tube. Why do I have a feeling that this is going to break, having these things underground facing this direction is going to break my air tightness. Even though it's got a flat on the bottom. Reinforced conveyor tube. And then another curved one. Like that. Did I decide I could pull out of you? No. Alright, so now we should have a fairly decent, well, once I hook the rest of this up, we should have a good loop going in. And then this tube going back is going to have to get buried into the floor at some point, but it's just going to stay there for now, let's be real. That'll be a job for another day. Let's actually put one of these big old ones in the ground here like this. And then do a... It's kind of like the idea of doing this and then putting like an end cap on it. Just for fun. So what will eventually happen here is that this pipe will go away, because this will be coming around and it'll just kind of loop. Well, no, it'll still loop through. It'll just be in the ground and this whole thing will just sink down one. There we go. And then let's do the same thing over here. But not... I'm not going to use the thing. I'm just going to use the... Now I have to decide which thing is closer. Oh, wait a minute. These need interior plate. That's the problem. I don't need you. Yeah, well, you're going to be next. Okay, we're almost done. We got one more sorter to set up, and then the components from the front, in theory, if I've done this right, the components from the front assembler should end up in here after... Oh, no, actually they won't, will they? I'll have to move them there. They could go there, but the fact that the sorter is going to be there and trying to pull from assemblers that it thinks are here is going to make that not work, but that's okay. We're gonna get back to that part. All right, so I do want ingots to start moving into there, and that's going to require this to get built up, but that's okay. So we're going to want the sorter. We could have it stick out one, I believe. No reason not to. We go up and up. And then let's do a... Should we do a flanged one? No, let's do an end. I might go back and put some end ones in some other places too. Okay. We got the green light. This thing is going to be the sorter for ingots, and we are going to whitelist ingots and drain. And now I'm hoping we get some ingots in here. What was my setting for the other sorter? This sorter. Did I take it off the... Let me turn you off for a minute here. Where's my other sorter? Didn't I name it? Is it not running? Industrial conveyor sorter. Oh, did I do that thing where I typed the name up in the top again? Sorter for ores, and it is draining all. Whitelisting ores. And that's why this container has... Oh, now it's fighting for ice. Well, that's why it did have the ores in it. This one... why is this... Oh, because this isn't built yet. I'm dumb. Okay. So we can toggle you on. You're probably working. Then... Yeah, here. You just... don't turn on yet. I have different ideas. You... I don't have a thing to control you, do I? This is going to be the sorter. I'm going to call it components, but it's actually going to be ammo, components, hand tools, which I think also includes bottles. We will find out at some point. Oh, and it also needs to drain all. Sorter for components, drain all. Okay, so then we are going to build at least one assembler. Well, we're going to build a lot of assemblers here. A lot of assemblers. And they are going to have a combination of speed and power efficiency modules on them. So we're going to go speed, 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 and the front ones are going to be speed as well, but I'm not going to put them on yet because I won't be able to weld them up all the way. So we're going to go like this, and then we'll eventually put the speed ones on. That wasn't the sound of a lightning strike, was it? Oh, that strike corvette that's out there might go after that submarine. Oh no, it's moving away. All right, let me get one of these working just so that we can see if our system works. And then any components that this one helps build should end up in that cargo container at the end. So many computers. It's probably not prioritizing computers. So yeah, then all of these will be set to... Well, we'll set one of them, whichever ends up being the first one on the list. We'll set to the... we'll reset the queue in all of them. And then... like the build queue. And then the rest will be set to... assist mode. Oh, that submarine is finally moving now. I bet you that that Corvette kind of spooked it.
Energy low.
All right, this one's probably going to be the main one, but we'll name. Well, I'll keep it as Assembler 3 for now, but it's probably going to be. Oh, it already is the main one actually. That's meaning the first one that comes up on the list. I forget, is it the first one or the last one that ends up being the main one? I guess it's kind of random, but we'll figure it out, and that'll just be the main. Whatever one it is will be the main one. All right, we want to set you to cooperative mode. And why are you making that noise? Because you have no ingots available. You got a green light there. Are ingots going into here? No, because I didn't build the thing again. Weld this thing up, please. So once that's done, we should be seeing the ingots flowing out of the refineries and into here. There they go. Okay. And this thing just kicked on, and we should be seeing its We should be seeing this getting emptied out into here. Except that components is just pulling ingots for some reason. Oh no, did I say blacklist? Oh, that's bad. The sorter for components is blacklist. It should be whitelist. There we go. It'll probably, because I got it looped, it might, yeah, it's going to pull it back out. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Cool. So that's working. Which means we can now build up the rest of this. And let's see, all I got to do is add a survival kit somewhere in the back. I can move my weather script whenever I want. It doesn't really matter. Oh, why are you making that noise? Are you not able... You're not able to pull iron anymore. Right. Right. You're not able to pull iron anymore. Or any of the ingots. Because of this. That's why we need to move. That's why this one of these needs to become the main assembler now. Well, what'll happen is that one in the front will queue stuff up, and this one will just keep, like, grabbing orders from it, I think is what'll probably happen. I don't know. Okay, well, that'll be for next time. We'll weld this all up. Man, this was a pretty productive episode, except for the miner being blown up. This was a good time. So, let me turn this welder off so I don't accidentally walk up to it later and die. And let me also maybe go sit in this cockpit to get recharged here while I talk about what's going on in the base. So, next time, which may or may not be Wednesday, I've got a work trip coming up on Thursday, and I may decide, depending on how I feel, I got to get up pretty early and drive. So, depending on how I feel Wednesday night, I may or may not stream. We'll see how it goes. But the plan for the next one will be fixing the miner and probably going out and getting more stuff at some point, but definitely finishing the assembly farm over there and tearing down this stuff in the front and then getting a more permanent kind of hold on, there we go. Getting a more permanent kind of piping system going from the front down and across. So we'll start to bury this stuff into the ground, and then we could also at some point begin to weld up the floor, and we'll have to go get tons and tons of iron because we'll eventually start just encasing this entire thing. But the next phase will be getting these pipes into the ground, which will probably actually run along the front somewhere, or maybe one off from the front. I don't remember how depends on how the very end connects. Sandstorm again. So we'll do that next time, and then we'll end up tunneling through this whole thing there. So thanks for hanging out with me, folks. I will see you either Wednesday or it'll probably be next Monday if it's not Wednesday. So have a good week if I don't talk to you, and thanks again for hanging out, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.